Big news coming in. Minister for Rural Development and Panchayati Raj Eshwarappa there on your screen is all set to resign primarily because of the man you see on your screen. Santosh Patil is no more, died by suicide, leaving behind a suicide note as well. I'm joined by JDS Gowda. He is a JDS. I am joined by Prashanth Gowda. He is a JDS leader. I'm also joined by Nasir Hussain from the Congress party. First, quickly to you, Mr. Nasir Hussain. Do you think this is the Congress party's push, basically, of the reason that has led to Eshwarappa's resignation now?
The Congress party has taken a stand from day one, asking a high-level probe into the entire charges of 40% commission corruption in the state of Karnataka in all tenders and contracts. This was not something that was complained or alleged by the Congress government. It was something that was done by the Contractor Association of Karnataka. They had gone open, they had gone public, saying that 40% corruption commission is being asked in all the tenders and contracts. And then they had complained not less than to the Prime Minister of the country. The Prime Minister of the country who says, "Na khaunga, na khane dunga," was mum all these days. Their own person had complained to the Prime Minister, to the Governor and to the Chief Minister. Their own person committed suicide. Even though the Prime Minister doesn't want to speak on this issue, neither any of the central BJP leaders, nor Amit Shah, who speaks on most of the issues. But the Congress wanted this person to go. He has to be sacked. There should be an FIR and he should be put behind bars. The case of abetment to suicide is filed against him. If it has been any other ordinary man, by now he would have been arrested. Why is he not being arrested? Why is he not being put behind bars? So this is our question. After this, after he is sacked, he should be arrested, and then there should be a high-level inquiry in all the charges against this government in tenders and contracts that has been taking place for the past 3 years or so since the government has come in.
All right, thank you, Nasir Hussain, for that. So the Congress party is now stating that just the resignation is not enough. They want him to be arrested. They want all previous charges and cases against him to now be inquired by a high-level panel. I'm also joined by the JDS leader, Prashanth Gowda. Sir, just about a few hours ago, Eshwarappa was very confident, said on camera, this is all Congress and opposition conspiracy. I'm not going to step down. And then he now does. What do you think changed in perhaps just few hours for Eshwarappa?
I feel it is very unfortunate as a part of our administration with the BJP government, that normally Eshwarappa speaks, always speaks, even though he committed crimes like this, he used to do continuously to do this kind of attitudes and other things. He never accepts the things that which he has the crime made by himself. But in this case, what I wanted to tell you, the Santosh Patil, he is his own party person, and he has not paid because he himself has given complaint to the Prime Minister and the Home Minister of the state, everybody. That's why that time nobody ignored.
Yes.
Everybody ignored. Party people have ignored. Now, the first party committed a suicide. That is an indication that it is a full failure of law and order in the state of Karnataka. It amounts to definitely.
So clearly, what you're telling us, Mr. Prashanth Gowda, as a JDS leader, this is going to now become a massive issue because this is now a minister stating that he's set to resign. The one who just a few hours ago said, under any circumstances, I'm not going to step down. Listen in though. What he said just about a few minutes ago, and India Today broke it for you, that Minister of Rural Development and Panchayat Raj is all set to step down with charges of abetment to suicide against him.
ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾಳೆ ದಿನ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾಳೆ ದಿನ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣಾಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾಳೆ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ.
Right, Nabila Jamal now joins me, also Nolan Pinto with us with all the latest. Nabila, first to you, because this is definitely a big news. India today had predicted this is likely to happen, but Eshwarappa was absolutely defiant. But it appears now that action has been taken and he says, I am all set to resign.
Because we're looking at a really serious case of abetment to suicide. In fact, an FIR-2 was filed after much delay. So there was a lot of chorus growing and pressure building on the Karnataka government to ensure that Eshwarappa in the first place must be sacked. And then the narrative changed for Eshwarappa to resign. So long we heard Eshwarappa being defiant. He's in fact not the first time that the opposition is demanding for Eshwarappa's resignation. He's been viewed as a loose cannon of the party, has been making really several controversial statements in the past. But when it comes to this case and the allegations of abetment to suicide, Eshwarappa has said he has no connection with Santosh Patil whatsoever, and in fact, because of these kind of allegations that were made in the past, he had pursued a defamation case against Santosh Patil. But Santosh Patil's family stay very strong and are adamant with these allegations, saying that it was Eshwarappa who demanded a 40% cut or a commission to grant that contract to him, and that he was being the guy who committed suicide, the man who committed suicide. His family says that Eshwarappa's men constantly called him, threatened him over calls, and this was going on for quite some time. In fact, just this morning, earlier this morning, Congress leaders, many of them were detained, including DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah, as they gate out the Chief Minister's residence, asking for Eshwarappa to be sacked. But all this while BJP maintained that Eshwarappa will not resign, as he has nothing to do with this case at all, Eshwarappa now morally resigns. But the question here remains, Pooja, is that why is Eshwarappa not arrested as yet? If it was a common man, and if there was abetment to suicide allegations made against a common man, that by now the person would have been in prison until investigation is complete by the police. But Eshwarappa has not been arrested so far, and this is also a growing demand by the opposition right now.
Nabila, keep tracking all the latest, and it's very important because today Eshwarappa, as a rural development Panchayat Raj minister, said, I've decided to step down, or likely the BJP top leadership realized he had to, or it would have become double trouble.